Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here with you. I think last time that we saw each other was what, 2 weeks ago? So, always super good to be here with you, Chika. It's been such a pleasure to work with you. And today in this video, we are talking a little bit about how much your life can change in a year. Because one of the things that we normally do is we overestimate what we can do, and then we underestimate the consistency of putting the work. So welcome, thank you so much. I know that is a little late in the Netherlands where you are, but thank you for being here with me. And I will love to just first say how proud I am of you, because for the last year you are being showing three amazing things: consistency, willingness to take action, and being humble to actually always be open to keep working. And that is one of the things that I love about working with my clients, that is a teamwork. So I love that we work as a team. And I want to ask you a couple of things. I want to hear a little bit more about your experience. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, why do you decide to work with me? Because with you, you work both in a group setting and on a one-on-one in the last year. So what make you decide that we will be a good team, that will be a good support for you?
I think it was the first time that I met you through another program, and you were also a coach there. And I asked the question, and right away, it was the first time that I saw you there as well. And you answered my question. I immediately just I felt understood. But what I think is most powerful, what I find with your coaching, is that every time when you help me or you give me feedback or anything, I just feel like I am met on the level where I am. And I feel like my inner child, my inner self within my body, I feel safe, and I feel like I can actually do something with your feedback. It doesn't feel like, oh, it's somewhere over there where I might be in 1,000 years or never. Or I often felt really triggered or insecure when I get feedback from coaches, and with you, I just feel like, okay, well, I feel seen and understood where I am. I feel very accepted, and I get a beautiful feedback, and it's all coming from love and encouragement, but not so much of like, I don't feel from you like you need to change me or whatever. It feels really natural, and it feels like I said, at the level where I am. And it's like, it's like this comparison of the little picture where there's a person with a very like big stairs, and it's like it's too high to even get to the next step. But with you, I just feel like it's easy, it's fun, and therefore it's something that I want to keep doing forever. And it's also doable, and it's not scary, or it's not like I have to take really scary actions that I already feel like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Bye. It's fun, it's doable, and I feel safe and seen. I think that, and I just felt a natural connection to you, um, as a person, and just also how much you care. I just feel your care, and it's very pure, and I feel connected with that.
I feel so happy that that is what you felt, because that is exactly my mission and my goal with my clients. And one of the things that and I'm tired of is the coaches and the gurus that are just selling you a package to be like them. So, oh, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to change. You need to do what I'm doing. You need to implement what I implement. And that put a lot of pressure, especially in us women, because that feeling of not being good enough, of that little girl feeling that she has to change because as she is not worthy. I think that is just BS. And that is one of the things that I love to do is, and I don't know if you remember, but one of the things that I say always is like, I'm not going to tell you how I will do it, because you are not me. Like what worked for me will not work for you. And I think that we're going to talk about that, but that is being so interesting with you into how you are being growing, even when how you are being doing it is being very different than what I will do because of our archetypes. So thank you so much for that. Now, if you could think, let's gonna go like a little game of getting a spaceship and then going to September of 2023. And I love doing this with you because you and me start working in June in the group setting, but then in September you were like, I'm ready to go deeper, let's go. And it was perfect because one of the things that I believe is that we need to prepare for the following year, the last quarter of the year. And that is how we did it. We start working in September, and then we start putting the basis of how 2024 will look like. So when you start working with me back in September of 2024, what were your expectation? Like, what were you thinking will be working one-on-one with me? And then how was that exactly what you got? It was less than what you thought, it was more than what you got. What was that? Because I know, especially when we are investing in ourselves, we have that little bit like, am I making the right decision? I am choosing to work with her one-on-one in investing in me and her as a team. What were you expecting when you start working with me one-on-one?
Honestly, I did not really have expectations. I was just really excited. I got this offer from you, and it just felt that's what I also love about working with you. Like I said before, it feels so natural. It was I got this offer and I just felt in my body yes, and also looking at my bank account, it felt like yes, this is doable. And it was also a little stretch, of course, but it was doable. So it just felt natural. I was like, yeah, this is my next step. This is my next step. But I actually didn't have any expectations, but I got way more than I expected, from every little or little big thing that I worked with you. Always I was like, whoa. Like, even because I worked with you in the one-on-one where I was also texting you every day, and just those little texts just changing my life. And I tell you this all the time, but I cannot thank you enough, because my life feels so rich and so abundant and so incredible, and it's really thanks to you. And it just, it's, yeah, it's beyond my wildest dreams, and you've been saying that. And oftentimes when I read that, part of me was like, mm-hmm, you know. It's like, okay, I'll join you because I'm open for this, and at the same time a part of me was like, mm-hmm. But I stayed open for it, of course, and now I'm like, I'm living it and I'm feeling it and I'm receiving it and experiencing it. So and I'm so grateful that it feels so organic, so natural, not like the most incredible thing. It was just right for me, and it was at the right time. It was perfect, and it felt right, and I got like 20,000 times more than I could have ever expected. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I think that one of the important things that you said there that is also being into the alignment of working with my clients is a lot of coaches and mentors work on that FOMO of fear of missing out. And if you don't do this right away, then you're going to miss. And then that make people expecting like it's a huge change, abracadabra, and you do it. And the reality is, and I saw it in your journey, is the concept of 1% better every day makes all the change and all the difference to make it sustainable. So it's not like if last September we talk about everything that we did in the first call, we probably will fail. You will not be living the life that you are living. It was because we were working into, okay, I always call it the peeling onion. We were like, okay, let's gonna do this step, and when we are there, okay, let's gonna explore this something else. So I love how you put it on, and how you felt that it was doable, and that again that it was not like, oh, I take a magic pill and just fix all my problems, but you feel that was a journey where we both work together. So if let's gonna talk a little bit about all of those wins, like um what are some of the changes that happen not only internally but that you manifest because you're a beautiful alchemist, so you are being a machine of manifestation. What are some of those changes in your life that happen if we take a picture of September of 2023, and then we take a picture of you now, a year later?
Well, I met a beautiful man that I just dare to say he's the love of my life. And if I wouldn't have worked with you, I probably would not either be with him or not have a healthy relationship, because I had so many like things coming up for myself. And because of working with you, I felt like I was actually capable of taking care of myself and enjoying the moment with this person and letting it naturally grow or not grow. Just let it happen, basically. It was really hard for me in the beginning, and I'm learning that so much. Also, in 2023, I was living in a house that I really did not want to live in anymore. And now I live in the most beautiful houses. I'm full-time house sitting, and it's going really well. Also, for almost a year, I always had beautiful houses. I've been traveling for uh, 3 4 months in this past year. And at the same time having a really healthy relationship with my money, and really, like, I feel at the point right now, like, even if things are not perfect, I just know I did my best and I did everything I could do with the knowledge that I have. And of course, it can always be better, etc. But I'm just so super proud of myself for my money management and taking care and learning about you from about all the archetypes. Also, like, living my daily life. How do I want to live my life? How do I want to plan my day, and what is important for me? And I've also learned, for me, pleasure, or taking a bath, or just taking a nap and going into nature for hours, going to the gym for hours, is very productive and is very valuable for me and very needed, because it helps to live me, for me to live my dream life now. Like, I am not the person that wants to live a dream life somewhere there. Of course I have visions for the future, but I want to live it now, because if I don't feel it now, I'm not able to. It's not, that doesn't work for me. So I've really learned that. I feel like I'm really owning that I have all these tools and different archetypes to work with. Sometimes I want to focus more on work. Sometimes I want to focus more on pleasure. But I have that choice, and I have that power, that awareness of, like, the choice to make, what do I want to focus on, and how am I going to use my board, my different archetypes, to create that and to realize that for myself, and to live that. That's just a few examples. But also, one big one was also with a previous friend that I broke up with that relationship, and that also was a total game changer for me, because I also feel like without the help from you, it would have been like, in my own body, would be very very drama, or very heavy, or it would take a very long time to find my way in that situation, or not, or go back and forward. But now I was really clear, and I got really great feedback from you. This is what I need. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm good. And of course, it took a little bit, but in the essence, I'm good. And I'm really grateful for that, because it saves me so much energy at the same time. Yeah.
I love, love, love what you're saying, because one of the things that I love about your transformation and seeing it was that we did it in a holistic way, and you were just sharing with all the things that you gain. Like, normally what people are selling is like, focus on one thing and then you have results. I don't believe in that. I believe that we are, especially we females, are very holistic and complex. And I love that you say, I have progress and manifestation on my romantic life, in my social life, with my money, with my vision of traveling, with my soul. So is something that we always talk, how you do anything is how you do everything. And having the opportunity to work on one thing and see how that is impacting other areas of your life, and literally being able to having it all, it's just fantastic. Now, another question that I have for you, what are some of the ways that this coaching and this working between us and this teamwork had helped you the most?
Can you repeat the question?
In what ways the coaching that we have been doing and working with me had helped you the most?
Um, you mean like how we work together, or? Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I really understand your question, but I'm just gonna talk. Let me know if I'm not. Yeah. Um, what really helped me the most was having consistent connections with you, and daily meetings with myself, but also sharing with you. What I really loved in our teamwork is that I really felt that you held me accountable for everything. And at the same time, I felt so free because there were also days, because I was checking in with you every single day, there were days that I just felt, you were just cheering me on. And I felt so much trust from you. I felt so much um, love from you, so much space for me to step into my power and to use my power and to own it and to share it with you. And then sometimes I have a question and sometimes you give me feedback, but most of the times I just feel like you're like this beautiful natural mama that is just like holding love and sunlight for me, and I'm just growing and growing and then having fun, and sometimes like whoa, and then oh, and then I'm going to just keep growing. and, and I just love that. And then we also had a few calls one-on-one, and that was also so profound. Like the things that I got out of those sessions, they were like, it's timeless. It's not about, look, I want to have a 2-hour session with Joe, because no, it's like if I even talk to you for 10 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute, just the power and the essence of your love and your care for me, and how I feel well, me, or you can, tune into my archetypes and play with that. It's just so easy for me to take it on and move on and have fun with it, instead of bashing myself, instead of doubting myself, instead of doubting the whole thing, just taking it on and moving forward. And I also absolutely love your group coaching, because that's incredible as well. Like I feel the same there. And then there's this beautiful content and these beautiful exercises that we do. So it's all magnificent, and I love it. I want to keep going, and I want to highly recommend it to anyone, because it's, yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, I love what you're saying into holding a space, because that is how I feel too. I feel that, and that is why I say, when I said I'm a unicorn coach, because I am here to remind you that what you have already is everything that you need to accomplish anything. The thing is that we are so bombarded with social media and patriarchal BS and all that, that we start thinking that we need to change, that we need to behave like this other person, that our personality needs to change in order to. And it's not like that. It's tuning in and having that support, that almost like cocoon around, that says, yes, keep going. When you are self-doubting, you don't have to self-doubting. This is who you are. So I love that that is how you felt, and you felt like you were like, because it's also like when we are trying something new, like a little baby, you start walking and sometimes you fail and sometimes you just stumble and sometimes you don't have balance. And that is when you need, do you need it? No, you don't need it. You can do it by yourself, but you will never let a toddler do it by itself, because it's nice to have that caring and that support and help to pick them up. So I love that. Now, if you are looking back, you know that I'm big into looking back and seeing how far you have come. What would be your biggest aha moment or your biggest breakthrough on this year? And when do you notice that?
50 Shades of Joy. which which is like finding a beautiful um, a middle ground within, like, thinking black or white, and finding 50 Shades of Joy, how you beautifully said that. um that's huge for me, because in relationships, mostly, or with other things, that I just feel like, oh, I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about myself, I'm not sure about the other person, I'm not sure about, I'll just drop it and I'll just go. Or I feel ashamed, I'll just go. Or I feel very excited and I give everything, and then it's like, oh, it's way too much, and then I'm burned out. So this is in my work, this is in my relationships, this is in, well, everything, of course, because how we do anything is how we do everything. Um, so that was my biggest aha, and I'm so grateful that it also, like, I learned it, but it also clicked, and I'm able to use it. I'm able to own it. Like, even yesterday, I went to the gym and I was also going to go to a Pilates class after, and I was already late for the Pilates class. I wasn't able to finish my gym session, but I just worked out for 20 minutes instead of 35. And a part of me is like, oh no, 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 oh my god, no. And I was like, no, this is great. I did 20 minutes and I got to do another Pilates class. I was on time and I did everything I wanted to do. And I was also like, I just had a lazy morning. So great. So I actually felt good. So this is huge for me because I used to really like think black and white. Still sometimes, but yeah.
We are working on it, and we all are. I'm also a very black and white person that needs to work on that, and that's what 50 Shades of Joy came in, and we laugh because it's so critical for a lot of us women, because we the good girl syndrome and how we grow up is very easy for perfectionists, rulers, mavericks, alchemists, personalities to have that all or nothing mentality that only get us pain, and making us feel that we fail, that we are not good enough. So I love that that was your huge breakthrough, and it's something that, sister, we are going to keep working for the rest of our life together, because is that balance of that pendulum. So now I know that sometimes I can be very intense and loud and moving, and sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know how easy it will be working with Joe. So, how easy it was for you to work with me and follow that daily feedback and that monthly connection? How that flow for you? How easy it was?
It was really easy because I honestly I also feel for myself my um I can sometimes feel very sensitive or I can feel very insecure. So also I had coaching in the past from other people when they would give me feedback or be like, "Whoa, you need to do this," and I could feel like I could shrink down and just like forget about it. But with you, I don't feel that because I feel loved by you, and I feel you really work with the archetypes. So I just feel very grateful for you, and you're just perfect for me, and I see you as perfect as you are. And for me personally, I would not want to change you. I would not, because you're just perfect and you're able to work with me. Like you're a great team player. And for me, the whole like how you are presenting yourself to the world or your own personality, I just love you and I want you to be you, and it doesn't influence me in a negative way ever. So for me that's not a thing at all. And I have the same too. Like I can also be very expressive and very like out there, and I can also be very small and tender and insecure and sad and everything. So yeah, I love working with you.
And I asked that question because I know that for the ones that are not familiar with this, we can catch up later. But you are a romantic, and that is not one of my strengths. So that romantic of you can sometimes feel intimidated with a strong ruler, and that let's go and do it. So I love that you have felt that balance of, yeah, I still have that energy, and let's do this. And because of the knowledge of the archetypes, it's able to do it in a way that is not invasive to your archetypes, that doesn't feel like a violation of who you are. So thank you for that. Now we are getting into the end of the year. A lot of people are thinking about what they like and didn't like about 2024, what is coming on 2025. So if somebody's watching us or is in the fence about joining either my group program or the one-on-one, but they are not sure if what is the investment on themselves, if they're going to be able to work on it, what will you tell them?
Oh my god, fucking do it. That's my one line. Like yeah. For me it's a non-brainer, no-brainer. So yes. Just yes. And also um you are an incredible woman. It's very nice. It's very great to work with a woman that is and you are very empowered, and you are also you're married, you have a family, you're very you know how to also let others take care of you. So to me, that feels very healthy and it feels very safe. And your wisdom and your content and your message and how you work with people one on one, but also in groups. And it's so custom made for everyone, for every single person. So that's really special to me. Also because I've also worked a lot and I still learn a lot from men. I love that too. But women, we are completely different, and I've learned that mostly from you. And just how you work and how you also you say that too. Your win is my win, and I can really feel that from you. It's not just like, oh, I'm saying that because whatever, but no, I feel that. So again, like to me, this work feels very pure, fun, doable, easy. And also in the group, there's a group with amazing women there. Everyone is so like there and so kind, and it's so beautiful energy for so much growth and opportunities. I love how available you are. And yeah, I cannot thank you enough. And I highly recommend this to anyone who is, listening and feeling something in your body. Just go, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I just do it. Do it
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you so much. And one of the beautiful things about this relationship and one of the values of me is that this is more than a transaction for me. So one of the things that we do is, for example, in the group setting, once you participate, once you are always part of the sisterhood, you are always part of the sister man mind, you are always there because it's about that, supporting each other, helping each other, growing. I will never say anybody that I don't need help and that I don't need to keep growing, and that is why I'm creating that community and that sisterhood, because it's about us supporting each other and helping each other. Yuka, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I love seeing the transformation. Like, I'm literally going back into what you said. I'm literally feel like that proud mom into seeing how much you grow. When I look back to last year, uh, we were talking in the chat in the Zoom, and you were like, "I hate this place and I don't like it," and we were talking about relationships, and you were like, "I don't know if I'm gonna find a good man, and I keep finding men that are not the right for me." And then seeing that little girl from a year ago into this badass empowered queen that is living her life on her terms, doing what makes her happy, allowing herself to be surrounded with people that love her and appreciate her and take care of her and treat her like a queen, and being able to manifest what make you happy is just the biggest gift for me, to see that blooming on you. And I know that this is just the beginning and you are going to keep blooming even more, and I'm all here to stay.